Hi everyone, welcome back to the Elite Transformations podcast. Today we're talking about macronutrients and what they are and why we need them. So let's start with carbs, Rich. Everyone seems to be scared of carbs, or there's lots of sayings around carbs. So tell me a bit about why we shouldn't be scared of carbs.
Carbohydrates, the body's main fuel source. So we're going to need carbohydrates in order to perform anything of remotely intense exercise. That's why we need carbohydrates. So carbohydrates come in different forms.
So we want to be getting a mixture of both complex and simple carbs, which creates variety in kind of our diet. So like all foods, we want to be eating mainly whole foods and full, wholesome versions of them, including carbohydrates such as root veg, rice, quinoa.
Yes, yeah.
Less bread, pasta, or, well, the difference between obviously simple carbs and complex carbs. So you've got, bread and pasta in a different aisle, in the carbohydrates aisle, and then you've got fruits and fruit juices as well.
More in the simple side of carbohydrates, yeah. So we have simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. So, yeah, to reiterate what you said, we want to be consuming wholesome, natural foods.
Yeah.
We can obtain typically simple carbs from ultra-processed sources like fizzy drinks and sweets. And it's those sorts of simple carbohydrates, the ultra-processed carbohydrates, which we're looking to try to reduce down because they don't actually serve much. Yes, they contain carbohydrates, great fuel source, but there's no added nutrients in there or fibre or any other benefits, so we'd be better off obtaining those simple carbohydrates from natural sources.
A natural source. Okay. So let's talk about fats. So not all fats are the same, I know that much, and we have various different fats. So again, what are the different types of fats and the reactions within the body?
So we have saturated fats, unsaturated fats, and we have trans fats. Saturated and unsaturated fats come in very natural sources, whereas trans fats, by definition, are man-made. So again, if we're looking to create this optimally healthy diet, we're going to want to reduce
the man-made stuff.
The man-made stuff, exactly, which is the trans fats.
Yeah.
And we're going to want to be increasing as many wholesome natural food sources as possible.
Cool.
So saturated fats and unsaturated fats, both natural. We can then split those into, where we'd get those from, we would get saturated fats from animal produce, so the fat in animals. And then the unsaturated fats would be things like avocados,
fish.
Yes, fish, olive oils, and nuts. Yeah,
cool.
Precisely.
Okay, cool.
So these two different fats play different roles in the human body. Unsaturated fats are typically associated with health benefits, and saturated fats are typically associated with unhealthy consequences. But that's a very nuanced area, which we'll go into another time. But typically, we want to be increasing unsaturated fats and looking to decrease trans fats, certainly, and probably for a lot of people, saturated fats from animal products.
Cool. All right. Thank you.
Another quick one about fats. The reason why fats are important is because our vitamin bank, where our vitamins are stored, they're stored within fat tissue.
Brain is made of fat too.
Okay. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. So we do need to get a certain amount of fats in the diet. Also, fats are the precursor to hormone productions, which are really important.
Very interesting. Cool.
I didn't realise the brain was made so much of fat. There we go.
And our favourite subject, I think, protein.
We harp on about protein all the time.
We do, yeah. Anybody that knows this is like, they're just going to tell you to eat protein, which is true. It is true. Why is it so? Protein. Why is it so important?
Protein is the building block of new tissue. It's how we create new cells within the body. So whether you've got a cut in your arm and you need to repair the skin damage, the tissue damage, protein's role is to provide the building blocks to reproduce cells. Likewise, in a similar fashion to muscle damage. So when we're in the gym, when we're trying to gain strength, we're purposely breaking down the muscle tissues for them to then be repaired, stronger, faster, a little bit more powerful, etc. We have a protein turnover throughout the day, our body is constantly shedding protein through things like hair, skin
and nails.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so these parts of us, they're continuously growing and we're continuously shedding them. So we need a continuous amount of protein in our diets per day.
What do you think about the difference in terms of like women's supplements are very much collagen based, and it's all about like skin elasticity and hair, skin and nails and all of that kind of stuff, and then like typically when you're looking at gym and kind of again protein, you'd look at a whey protein powder. What's the difference between the different sources, and the like, is one better than another one, or?
So that's a good question,
Thank
good
you.
question.
Thank you so much.
Firstly, the way they're marketed are very different.
Yeah.
Typically, men, protein supplements will be to gain muscle. Protein. To repair from the gym, to grow their muscles bigger, stronger, faster.
I'll have fish and a rice.
And then, so and for women, typically to have like this glorious flowing
Glow.
hair, this flawless complexion, in the skin, and healthy, strong nails. So that's typically where the marketing goes for it.
Okay.
But there are major differences in protein. Similar to carbohydrates, you get different forms of carbohydrates and different forms of fat.
Yeah.
You can get different forms of protein. So if we break protein down into a further subcategory or into more detail, we have amino acids. So amino acids make a protein.
Yeah. 7 of those?
There's about 20 of them.
Oh.
Some we can synthesize from within our body ourselves, but the others we have to obtain from external, food consumption.
Okay.
Different types of protein will have slightly different amino acid balances and then have different roles or effects within the body. So if we're looking for sports performance and general health, to get the main health impacts of protein, we're going to want to be having a whey protein, because a whey protein is the best profile of amino acids.
So it has the most amino acids in it.
Different ratios.
Okay.
Different ratios within there. Again, I mean, like we can go into super big detail, but the ratio of or the key amino acids is better, more advantageous to overall health.
Cool.
Whereas collagen protein, slightly different makeup, but again, the collagen protein is coming from animals' connective tissue, which then also allows our connective tissue to repair stronger, faster, and then also things like our hair, skin, and nails. So yeah, good question, but differences in them. We can go into loads of detail, but yeah, those are the main differences.
Cool. Well, thank you for joining us. I hope you found today's podcast insightful. And if you have any questions, then do let us know. And it's good to see you all, and stay well until we see you again.
Thanks, guys. See ya.